Like, what can I say? The Premier League has everything at the moment. Bad defending, shit goals, good goals, red cards, yellow cards, offside goals. Everything's happening at the moment. And the game of the day, to be honest, in the second half anyway, was Chelsea versus Everton at home. Okay, first half was dull. Just one chance for each team. And for Chelsea, the Willian chance, and we get the ball back in their half. And good interpass play between Fabregas to Costa. Costa cuts out, passes it back to Fabregas. Fabregas and puts a light ball into Willian. It's a true ball basically. Willian hits it basically straight at Tim Howard. Hits his face, and I think it hits his face, and it goes out for a corner kick. And their chance comes from a good Morales turn on Kazuma. Takes it into the middle, and a side foot shot into the left hand corner, but it was a good save from Courtois. In the second half, the game just came to life. In the first 5 minutes of the game, Chelsea were doing well, and Goscinny must have told his players, attack Oviedo and attack Leighton Baines, especially Pedro, because he was playing a really negative game for a fella that played for Barcelona who never played a negative type of football. And we did do that, but as soon as they got a hold of this game, 5 minutes after the break, they go up the other end and pass the ball to Lukaku, who's 25 yards out on the wings. He gets inside way too easily and passes it over to Leighton Baines. Leighton Baines crosses it into the box, and John Terry actually did clear it, but he couldn't get his feet right, and they hit off his left leg and hit off his right leg and went back into the back of the net for an own goal. So that was the first goal of the game, and that was for Everton. And it got even worse as close in the second half. Matic, I think, was the guy that gave the ball away. I'm actually not sure, but they do pick the ball up, and Baines crosses it into the box, and he places it perfectly. He was looking for Morales. He just didn't whip the ball in anyhow. He looked for Morales. Morales again takes a brilliant first touch. Mikel was sloppy in this game beside Matic. I knew both of them together it wouldn't work. They were just slow and lethargic in coming back and stuff. Takes a good touch around Mikel and smashes it into the left hand corner with his left foot, which is his weaker foot, and that was a brilliant goal. And everybody must have thought it was done and dusted. I knew we'll get one goal back, but I didn't know we'll get two. The first goal comes from Fabregas getting the halfway line, and he does what he does best and chips and literally gives a good dig ball over the top. Jagielka did not deal with it as well as he should have. Costa basically bullies him before he gets the ball. Toe pokes it under the keeper's leg, and it's basically an open goal, and he smashes it into the back of the net with nobody in the goal, and that was the comeback. And Costa probably was that spark that brought the game back to life. The second goal was good interpassing play between Kennedy, Fabregas, Willian, and Costa. Fabregas passes it to Costa, Kennedy, back to Fabregas to, I think it's Kennedy to Costa. Costa like back seals it. Fabregas takes a good touch and has a shot, and it's a deflection off of John Stones that led it into the back of the net, and it was 2-2. And that was just great passion and desire from Chelsea to get the goal. And the other goals was 91st minute. It was 8 minutes of added time, or 7. So it was a corner kick for them. Deulofeu first ball in was cleared very well. And the line at the back for Chelsea was looking very well, but as Deulofeu crosses it into third post, there's like 3 Chelsea players. I think it was Kazuma, Ivanovic, I'm not sure who the other player was. They left Funes Mari and Romelu Lukaku just literally walked past them, and Funes Mari got them before Lukaku to deny Lukaku's first goal against against Chelsea, and he doesn't get in to make it 3-2. And to be honest with you, this our last goal, yeah, to make it 3-3. There was basically two things wrong with that goal. It was like a minute after. It was 97 minutes, and he played on to the 98th minute. They wouldn't have complained yet if it didn't go into the back of the net. That was basically the same thing that happened to us when we were 1-0 up against Liverpool, and Liverpool did get to go like 2-3 minutes after the added stoppage time that was actually given. It was Aspilicueta that launched the ball into the box on his own half. First guy, I think Ivanovic gets a head onto it. Not Matic. I can't remember, but I just remember that Ivanovic gets the head onto it, Desire, and then Oscar as well gets a little flick on, and I don't think the assistant referees or the I don't even know what to say anymore. I don't think the linesman saw that. I don't think he knew that Oscar got the flick onto it. But then Terry comes out of nowhere. He was offside, and he does backheel it into the back of the net, and it was 3-3 in the end. So that was a pretty exciting game in the second half. If you didn't watch the game, I do recommend that you do actually watch the highlights, because in the second half it was very interesting. In the second game we're going to talk about here is Tottenham Hotspur beating Spurs 4-1. So what am I saying? Beating Sunderland 4-1. I didn't get to watch the game. I'm just gonna basically say I think Harry Kane scored the penalty. Harry Kane scored the penalty. Kirkhope rose down in the box, and Harry Kane converted the penalty. And they did score. Sunderland in the first half were looking very well defensively, and they did get a quick goal with Van Aanholt. I don't even know how to say, former Chelsea player. But 2 minutes later, they lost their lead in the 32nd minutes with Eriksen. And from there on, it was just a blip for them, and they had nothing on Tottenham, and Tottenham dominated the second half. Maybe they should have got a second goal. Sunderland in the second half, Sky Sports was saying that they were playing really well, and they had a chance of them. Jermaine Defoe caught on to his right foot. He probably had the whole goal to himself to score, but stayed on his left shot, but it went and hit the side net. The next game is finally Newcastle actually win another game, and it's not against one of the bigger clubs. It's against one of the mid-table Europa League side. It's against a very good West Ham team. I was going for a 1-1 draw in this game, but Newcastle started very well with Jose Perez. On 10 minutes later, they scored another goal with Jorginho Wijnaldum. I think in the second half, you can see Jelavic gets a goal, but Newcastle do get their first win in like 5 games now, and they played really well as well in that game. Next up, we're going to talk about Manchester City, and I went for a draw in this one as well. Crystal Palace will stay deep, will dig deep, and let just Manchester City play their game. And I thought it would be a 0-0 draw, to be honest with you, but Manchester City absolutely trashed Crystal Palace today, and it was well deserved. I think Iheanacho scored. I'm not even sure who scored, but I know Aguero Silva scored it. Iheanacho might have scored, Yaya Toure might have scored as well. I'm not sure, but they did smash them, and it was a well-deserved win. And on to the next game, we got Bournemouth beating Norwich City 3-0 at home, and that was a brilliant performance. I know who scored in this game. Surman scored in 10 minutes. Daniel scored 36 minutes. It was a penalty. And Benik Ofome, the new signing from Hull City, scored as well to score his first goal. He's a Premier League. For me, he is what a Premier League player is. He's fast. He's strong. He's the physique he he has the physique to be a Premier League player, which is very good. And on to our last game of the talk basically is Southampton versus, again, I just forgot Southampton. I even forgot the team. I think it was West Brom that they also bet 3-0. Tadic scores and Ward-Prowse scores 2. Ward-Prowse scores the first goal like 16 minutes, scores 32, which was a penalty, and Tadic, there is the last goal in the 72nd minute to make Southampton beat West Brom 3-0, and it was a pretty convincing win. Thanks for watching, guys. I haven't thought of like a name for this episode, a name for this series, because I'm gonna be doing this every week on a Saturday. I haven't thought of a name yet, so if you have a name, I'm thinking more like what I said, the talk, or I even forgot the one I was trying to say, Premier League. I don't even know, but if you have a name, just suggest it down in the comments so I can use. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Peace out, like and subscribe, and remember, stay loyal. See ya.